Hey guys, and welcome back to the Golden Film Reel Awards. So, if you haven't seen the first video, I recommend you go check it out. So, the first Golden Film Reel Award was for the Best Animated Feature, which Toy Story 4 won, and it well deserved it. So now we are at part 2. So, the nomination is... So we are at part 2, and the Golden Film Reel Award this time around will go to the Best Blockbuster of 2019. There were a lot of blockbusters in 2019. There were a lot of giant blockbusters to well-beloved franchises, and there are some standalone blockbusters. So here are the nominations for Best Blockbuster. And the nominations for Best Blockbuster are Spider-Man Far From Home, Avengers Endgame, Jumanji The Next Level, and finally, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. And the Golden Film Reel Award for Best Blockbuster goes to Avengers Endgame. Yeah, out of all the blockbusters of 2019, this is the absolute best. No question. It broke new ground for cinema. It did something impossible that people thought that the first Avengers couldn't do. Bring every single hero that's been developed and bring them all together in one final showdown. It's one of the most epic moments in cinema history when they all assemble. Everybody becomes an Avenger and they all fight against Thanos. Even somebody who isn't a big fan of most of the Avengers movies, this was an absolute blast from start to finish. It did everything right. The visuals are absolutely stunning. The visuals in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker are pretty damn phenomenal, but they don't hold a candle to the visuals in Avengers Endgame. It took the moviegoers to a whole nother level of cinema. It gave an experience that they can never get again from any other movie. Nobody can go to a theater and experience anything like they did with Avengers Endgame. It's just not possible. This movie also plays around with the MCU. It likes to go back. What I like about this is it remembers its roots, where it's been. They go back to Thor the Dark World, the original Avengers, and they go back to Guardians of the Galaxy. And I just like it when a franchise remembers where it was. And it doesn't make any plot holes, and it always does things correctly. It also has a lot of heart. All the characters bounce off each other. They're never too much. They all have the right amount of screen time. They're all a fantastic team. They have an amazing dynamic. And a lot of the character development is well handled. And it's just really cool what they did with these characters. Whereas Star Wars made its mark in cinema history, there is no movie like Avengers Endgame, and there will never be another movie like Avengers Endgame. It broke so much ground. It took cinema to a whole nother level. It is the funniest, most heartwarming, coolest, and the most fun at the movies that I've ever had. It is one of the greatest movie experiences. It is the best MCU movie. It is the best superhero movie. And it's probably the best movie of the entire decade. I personally consider Avengers Endgame the absolute best blockbuster of 2019. For best blockbuster, let me know what you guys think. Is Avengers Endgame your number one blockbuster of 2019? Or do you prefer some of the other nominees? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.